Hey there, yogis. Today I want to talk to you about stress and give you some yoga lifestyle tips on how to deal with that stress. All right, so basically, if we don't manage our stress levels, we're burning our candle at both ends. And I see so many women just acting as though or looking as if they're just chasing their tail, right? And they get up and they do the same thing every single day. They get up, they do it, they go to bed. They get up, they do it, they go to bed. They get up, they do it, they go to bed. And so it's really important to get off of that hamster wheel and take some time to take care of you. Now more than any other time on the planet, it's starting to be more and more important to commit to self-care. Why? Because the more you commit to self-care, the more you can rise and show up in the world how you want to show up and how you were meant to show up in the world, right? We're not so push anymore with the masculine energy. We're starting to step away from that energy and call upon our feminine energy so that we can bring the two back in balance. And so if you're listening to this, if you're watching this video, you are an integral part of helping this shift come about. So what are some of the ways that you can start creating this shift within your own life so that it starts to multiply and shift the consciousness of the entire world? Yeah, you have the power to do that. Isn't that an amazing feeling? Just being able to do one little thing that you think is so little, but it can create such an impact in the world. It gives you a lot more power and it makes you feel, hopefully it should make you feel a lot more empowered, because you do make a positive change and you can make a positive change in the world. All right, so let's get started with the tips. The first tip that I have is vinyasa or hatha yoga. So I love practicing vinyasa yoga. I love, working on some challenging poses and building up a sweat. And I really love to teach these classes too. And the reason why is because it helps you to release a lot of this anxious energy, right? So especially if you're the type of person that's maybe a little bit type A and you have that anxious energy a lot like I do, it's important for me to get rid of that energy before I try to sit down and chill out with meditation or some sort of slow, gentle flow. Usually I need to do something before it to help release a lot of that anxiety first. All right, so that leads me to my second tip is restorative or gentle yoga. So restorative yoga is amazing. And the reason why I think it's so amazing is because it helps you to get your body to get into the parasympathetic state. Now, when we're in this state, this is when your body can truly heal, okay? Because you are just fully relaxed. You are in the present moment. You are letting everything go. You're signaling to your body, it is safe now for you to heal. Okay, so that's where a lot of that work is done. So I really love doing maybe 45 minutes or 30 minutes of a vinyasa practice and then rounding it out with 15 or 20 minutes of restorative yoga. The next tip would be meditation. Meditation is so important to really help to train you and to give you the skills so that whenever you are out in the world and you are out in your daily life, you can come back and use some of those skills that you've learned in meditation, right? It kind of brings you to a different place. Now, the thing with meditation is people a lot of times say, I can't do it because I can't get my mind to turn off. Well, you don't need your mind to turn off. You don't need your mind to clear. All you're trying to do is have one pointed focus. And what this really does is it brings you into the present moment. When we're so stressed out, usually we're stressed because we're thinking about something in the future. So if you can start using meditation as a way to get into the present moment by either focusing on the breath or focusing on a candle or focusing on a beautiful flower or holding an image in your mind, that will help to give you the skills to get into the present moment. So whenever you're out living your life and you get stressed out, you can come back and utilize those teachings that you've taught yourself in meditation. All right, the next one is, you might not want to hear this one, is to drink less coffee. Okay, so I know you might be tired, so you want to load up on coffee and caffeine, but that really adds so much to the stress of your body, and it can really wreak havoc on your adrenals. So if you can, I would start to limit your caffeine. What I definitely drink coffee. I am not, getting away from my coffee, but what I've done is I have cut back. So I'll have 1 cup of really good coffee in the morning. And I'm not talking, a huge mug. I'll have 1 cup of coffee in a beautiful mug that my friend made me, and really enjoy and savor that 1 cup of coffee. And then I usually have 1 more in the afternoon, but they're not big ones, but they are good cups of coffee. And also to eat less processed sugar. So instead of talking about eating less stuff, let's talk about things that you can eat. So try to focus on eating nourishing foods that will give you natural energy and make you feel good. A really good substitute for coffee and processed sugar would be a smoothie. So put some fruit in there that has some natural energy giving properties. And okay, couple more. Take things off of your to-do list. Your to-do list can get so long, right? So something that I just did the other week that made me feel so good, I said, you know what? I'm just going to take off anything off my to-do list that does not need to be on here. And it made me feel so much better. I highly recommend you give that a try. Make more time for doing relaxing things that you enjoy and set a goal around it. I really enjoy reading, but I haven't been reading for ages. I'll buy a lot of books, but then I never finish them. So I've committed myself to trying to read 1 book a week. Okay, so this is a really good goal for me because it keeps me coming back to that relaxing activity that I enjoy. All right, so I really hope that these tips help you, and let me know in the comments if you have any tips that you use to really help beat the stress whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and like your to-do list is a million miles long. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out my upcoming yoga teacher trainings and retreats at yogagoddessacademy.com. Have a great day. Namaste.